ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Today's outlook, firstly, we're going to start with the Asian markets. They were mostly higher in late Asian session. However, some of them were also to the sidelines, with Chinese mainland market shares ending mixed as well. The Shanghai Composite was flat at around 1385, with the Shenzhen Composite closing up about 6.5 points, or about 0.3%. And of course, Japan's Nikkei 225 index climbing 236 points, or about 1.5 or 1.4%. The dollar was little changed against a basket of major currencies at 97.92. Of course, against the Japanese yen, the dollar edged up about 0.2% to 103.75. European markets were slightly lower in morning trade on Thursday on some disappointing earnings, and of course investors pausing for a little bit of breath ahead of the ECB meeting later in the day. The Pan-European Stock 600 index was down around 0.1%, or about 0.4 point. And of course, the FTSE 100 is also down 8.4 points, or about 0.15%, and the DAX up 23.9 points, or 0.2%. Also, today's focus, as we mentioned, would be the European Central Bank, and most of all, investors will be listening carefully to see if European Central Bank's President Mario Draghi will give clues about the direction of the quantitative easing program, which is set to end in March 2017. Of course, we're looking at the euro right now. It's little changed at 1.0975, and of course, the pound held nearly steady at 1.2281, ahead of British Prime Minister Theresa May's, of course, the first European Union summit since taking the charge as British Prime Minister, following Britain's June 23 vote to exit the European bloc. Gold prices edged up on Thursday, and of course, touching their highest in almost 2 weeks as the session compared to the session before, with, of course, the focus shifting to the outcome of European Central Bank's policy later in the day, as the ECB is said to keep policy unchanged, but of course will likely lay the ground for more easing in December as it tries to sustain a long-awaited rebound in consumer prices. Gold has risen about 0.3%, right now is down about 0.2% to 1272, and of course previously was trading at 1269 an ounce. However, the technical resistance at 1277 remains intact, which could put cap on gains. Oil prices dipped in Thursday's profit-taking day after the markets rallied on the previous session due to the draw in US stocks and, of course, an expectation of an OPEC-led cut in production. US West Texas Intermediate crude futures were mostly trading higher at 51.40 a barrel, or that's about 0.2% higher since their last settlement, and down 15 cents from a few hours ago. The price dipped, of course, where it was a result of profit taking following a rally in the previous day, which saw the WTI settle a 15-month high, fueled by, of course, reduction in US crude stocks by 5.2 million barrels in the week ended October 14. In the calendar today, we have the most important news, which is the ECB's interest rate decision at 12:30. Along with that, we will see the US weekly job data. That's all of the most important of today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.